Hello, welcome in, welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Wednesday, January 18th, 2024. But whenever you come to this message, there will be something here for you. This morning, the dragons were speaking to me very strongly that they have a message that they want to get out. They basically just kind of let me know through my body. I meditated. They told me exactly what to do. They also told me again that I don't need any tools to get their messages across, but they said we will still use your comfort zone. So I have cleared the space with my Palo Santo, lit the candle that I felt was appropriate, meditated with my selenite, and they told me which decks they want me to use for this message. I feel them very strongly. I almost feel like I'm stepping aside and letting them through. So, here we go. We're going to use their deck first, the Dragon deck. They're bringing through, once again, the overall message for 2024. Be yourself. Don't copy other people. Step into your true light. Anybody who's watching, this channel or this type of channel, you know that you have a light inside you. You know that you are probably different than most other people. And they are saying that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Everybody is unique. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason for being here. They're telling me, like, when people make a movie, there are lots of extras that are in the movie that make the movie a success. There are going to be some people who are more prominent at this time on Earth that are, more widely seen, but every single person, no matter what, your energy is needed wherever you are. You're giving out a light no matter where you are, in your job, in your home, no matter if the people around you know it. That's what's happening. I was given that message when I went for a regression, an introspective hypnosis session with Antonio Sangio. One of the messages that came through was, it doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. I could be cleaning toilets, but my energy and my light will still be there to help and influence others. And I don't know how that happens, because the only way I could know would be to ask every single person that's ever been around me in a job or where I live, or, it's impossible to know. They're saying you don't need to know. That's just, everybody has their place. And they're saying that throughout your years, anybody with the pull to read spiritual, metaphysical books, to watch channels like this, have a purpose, and it's being fulfilled simply by you being yourself. The purpose can't be fulfilled when you're trying to be someone else. And they're saying that that's still the strongest message they have for us. The strongest message they have for us. And in their year, this year, 2024, the year of the dragon, they're going to do everything they can through every channel, medium, psychic, reader, empath. They will get this message across, because the more people that wake up to their purpose, the more people that wake up to their light, the more light workers that we have on the planet, the faster things will change. The less war, the more peace. Less war, more peace. I feel like I'm barely in my body right now. I have goosebumps, chills all over. I'm just a means for them to get their message across. Nothing that I'm saying in this reading is me. This is just a message from them. Roman numeral 3, the general of inspiration. Number 19, independence, carving your own path. Number 3, transformation, defining yourself. Okay, number 3, inspiration. Roman numeral 3, inspiration. The constellation is Bernice's hair. The star is Alpha Comae Bernices. My camera wouldn't focus when I was doing it the other way, so unfortunately these are going to be shown in a mirror image, but I don't know what the problem is when I'm using my camera the other way, why it's having so much trouble focusing. Listen to the whispers on the wind and the deeper energies flowing in every situation for new ideas and creativity. They can be found all around you. I am everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Listen to my call and be inspired. Draw from me your new undertaking. I will be available to you in all points, times, and places. I am abundant energy, but ready to be plucked from the ether. When I strike, often without warning, be inspired. When they strike, they're talking about when you have an idea of something that you want to do, something that you want to say, something that you want to build, something that you want to start, something that you want to create. That's them giving you the idea. And they said, how do you think Einstein and Da Vinci got their ideas? It was inspiration from something beyond them. The general of inspiration beckons you to heed the call of a source of abundant creativity that is larger than yourself. Draw from the well of inspiration and you will no longer be thirsty. Now is the time for inspiration and creativity to enter your life. 3, inspiration. 19, independence. Independence, carving your own path. The constellation is Cepheus. The star is Alpha Cephi. Independence, carving your own path. Number 19, which is 10, which is endings and beginnings. 10 is completion, 1 is beginning. It's time to do it your way, no matter what that looks like. Claim your right to carve your own path. This requires action and foresight. Be original and renewed as you press forth and onward into paths uncharted. Throw the map, the template, the world's opinion out the window. It's your choice. There is freedom in knowing that your sacred consciousness grants you the inherent ability to do what you want, when you want, unbounded by only the restrictions you self-impose upon yourself. Break the chains, cast off the shackles, and break free. Relishing in your independence, freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. Freedom to express yourself. They're saying Madonna had the right idea. She was definitely herself. Actively scan your thoughts, mind, and belief system to weed out any preconceived notions of what one should do in a situation. To each his own, and it is every person's right to actively press forward down a road less traveled and the path of one's own choosing. Actively seek freedom and independence with each new day. In every situation, you do not require validation or the opinions of others. Do this your way. And they're saying that in the way that our society has taught us and brought us up is that what other people think does matter, and it doesn't. For so many years, they're saying mostly going back to the Victorian age is when it started. They're giving me so much at a time. The pioneers did not care what other people thought of what they were doing. They did what was needed. They went with the flow. Every single day they just did what they needed to do. They weren't thinking about, oh, well, what's my neighbor going to think if I build this type of fence? What's my neighbor going to think if I don't shoot a big enough deer for meat? I mean, I'm just overwhelmed with the energy right now, so please bear with me. For some reason, during the Victorian age, during that era when they were building the railroads, somehow people just got into the notion of classes of people. I'm talking about here in America, obviously. That's what my reference is. That's what they're giving me. That wearing a certain type of clothing, having a certain type of hairstyle, having teacups, having all those things. And from there, it just continued and continued and continued and continued. That's why we have people, who are buying vehicles now. Middle-class people are paying $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 for vehicles. We have people paying $500,000 for a tiny 2-bedroom home. We got here by this. We got here progressively by caring so much about what other people want, and also greed. They're saying greed has been the downfall of humanity so many times over and over and over. We need to get back to simplicity. We need to get back to our gut feelings. We need to get back to being real humans, they're saying. You weren't put on this earth to compete and to fight and to have wars and to judge each other. We were put here on this earth to love each other, to help one another, to grow and expand our knowledge, our intuition, for that tiny God spark light that's inside of us to grow so big that we're glowing everywhere we go with love, with kindness, with peace. And we've gotten so far away from that. And when you release that, you will feel that freedom of being yourself. Fear of being judged is one of the worst things. And they're saying that unfortunately the church had a lot to do with that. Organized religion had a lot to do with this whole judgment thing. Jesus did not come here judging others. Jesus came here to love others and help others no matter what. And the churches have gotten away from that. And I'm sorry if that offends people. And the dragons say, no, you're not sorry. This needs to be said. and it's coming out in every way, shape, or form on TV, on news, on documentaries, everywhere. All this is coming out. Everybody has their own purpose and path, and we really need to get back to that. Number 3, transformation, defining yourself. Transformation, defining yourself. We have 2 3s, and 3s are a holy number. The Holy Trinity, creation, collaboration. Those are some of the things that the number 3 represents. 3, triangle, 3 points, pyramid. Okay, I'm just trying to tune in. This is such a cool card that is depicted in this Star Dragons Oracle deck for transformation, because it's like a unicorn, a dragon, and a phoenix, and it's just everything combined. So it's almost showing that even this dragon, who doesn't look like a traditional dragon, is okay. They're standing there proudly as a mixture of a unicorn, a dragon, and a phoenix, it looks like to me. The constellation is unicorn. The star is Alpha Monocerotis. Alpha Monocerotis. Okay. Who are you? Who do you choose to be? Take a moment to decide and define who you are and what you would like to be. For neither are set in stone, but continuously grow as you define and refine your presence. You are a shapeshifter. You transform. Now they see you, now they don't. Embrace growth and change. These are the essence of your being. Defy every label and every categorization. Let the world see all your colors and shades. Find your rhythm and enhance your frequency. Yeah, frequency is important. We all vibrate at a certain frequency. Love has a frequency. A flower has a frequency. Roses have quite a phenomenal frequency. Switch things up and try something new. Be fearless and powerful when embarking on a journey of self-transformation. The time has come to redefine and refine you, and be bold. Yeah, so they're also saying to remember, as you're born, you're learning as you grow. And unfortunately, all the things that this society indoctrinates into you pushes your true self down and down and down and into the background. Now, there are some people who always feel they're different. I was one of those people. I always felt like, even as a kid, that I was not like everyone else, but I couldn't ever put my finger on it. You know, it took years for me to get to the point where I am, where I could accept myself, where I don't have to worry about what other people think of me. So transformation, defining yourself, right? Carving your own path, defining yourself, drawing on inspiration when they bring it in. All right, so they gave me 3 decks that they wanted me to use for this reading today. The Magical Times Empowerment deck by Jody Bergsma is one of the other decks they want me to use. I feel almost really stoic and not animated, not kind of, I can't explain it. My whole body feels different with this reading right now. Like, the message is so important, like they don't want me to stray from it. They want to make sure that I am getting their message out. And this is what I'm here to do. I'm a channel, I'm a vessel, I'm here. My purpose is helping humanity in whatever way Spirit can do it and use me to do it. This is why I'm here. I wish I had known it 40 years ago. But then again, if I was doing this 40 years ago, I probably would have been locked up or shut out. It wasn't the time, they said. It wasn't the time. People are ready now. People are ready. People are ready now. They're saying it took you long enough to get there, but now you're ready. That's what matters. That's what matters. People are ready for these messages. They're ready to hear this. They're ready to step into their light, is what they're saying. Okay. All right. The first card out is prosperity. It's 3 frogs. Again, 3. 3 seems to be kind of a theme here. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. And they're saying don't think of prosperity as dollars. They're saying think of prosperity as your soul growth, prospering in your soul and prospering in your purpose. Your making a living will come, but pay attention to your being first and foremost, to your soul first and foremost. Here's that card, prosperity. I don't know why frogs represent prosperity. I said, if any of you know why this is, tell me, please. Because there's a couple cards in a couple different decks where frogs are pictured as prosperity. The next card is reconciliation. And they're saying, if there is anybody that is important to you, you need to try to repair that relationship. This is the time. This is not the time for grudges. This is not the time for anger. This is a time for reconciliation. Reconciliation with your soul. Reconcile with yourself. Listen to your gut. Reconcile with that. Some of you know that you're not following what your intuition and your gut is telling you to do. And they're saying it's time to reconcile that. This card does show a mother and child. So this could be in your own family reconciliation. This could be a depiction of Mother Mary and Jesus, even though it doesn't look like that, but that's what they're giving me. Butterfly wings. Remember the source of love. Oh, that's why Mother Mary and Jesus. Remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. Sometimes we make the effort to reconcile with people and they don't accept. That has happened to me recently. When you make the step, this is what you need to do. If you're not the one that's staying in the anger and the separation and you're doing what you can to fix that, that's what your soul needs to do. Being stubborn is not what you need right now. Strength. You have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. Wait, let me show you. I'll show them to you again. Strength. Polar bear. Strength. And again, this is finding your power, finding your center. I don't think I held this up. I'm sorry. This is the mother and child. The true source of love. Family, Jesus, Mother Mary, the true source of love. And the other deck they wanted me to use is the Earth Power Oracle. I don't use this a lot. And if I can't remember whose video I used it in, which sign it was, but I didn't even know where any of the places were. But they fit perfectly with the reading. That was the funny thing. Even though I didn't know exactly where the places were, they gave me the cards that fit with the reading. That was their lesson for me. They're saying, just let us do it. We'll give you what you need. Just let us in, open up. And all of you can do, everybody can channel, everybody can listen to their gut. You can all do it, but it takes practice to listen. It takes practice to get into that mode where you can accept it and to make your ego take a step back so you can hear it, so you can feel it. This society has been so egoic for so long. We don't know how to listen to that. When we were babies and kids, we do. Okay, dragons, what do you want from this deck? Delphi. The dragons are saying, we will keep giving the same message about being yourself until enough people hear it and people wake up and people do it and people begin to change from the societal guidelines. They're trying to give me words that people will understand. They said, we're just going to keep coming through. And they're saying, Lisa's not the only one we're coming through. There are other people who are also channeling us. And we will get this message across. Another polar bear. Okay. All right, so the first card out is Delphi. I receive divine messages constantly and clearly. I look for the truth in any situation. I know myself. Power comes from the inside out. Yes, 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 yes. I'll look up where these cards are in the book in just a minute. Delphi. I receive divine messages constantly and clearly. What were we just saying? What did they just give me? To listen? You need to center yourself and listen and feel into it. This takes practice. Don't give up. They're saying don't give up. Meditate. If you have to start with 5 silent minutes a day, they're saying just start with that. And then move to 10 and 15. The more you practice being in silence and listening and feeling, the more you will understand. I look for the truth in my situation. I know myself. Power comes from the inside out. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't show you that. All right, they're saying, tell them where it is as you read it. Okay. Delphi. I don't know where that is. Delphi is a 39, which is a 12, which is a 3. Another 3. Delphi is in Greece. The key energies are oracles, faith, truth, possibility, receiving, and intuition. And the next card is Magnetic North Pole. Magnetic North Pole. I am flexible but consistent. I am magnetic. I know my purpose, my own true north. Your purpose, your true north. You can know it, you can feel it. You just need to be in that silence. You need to listen. Some of you know it and are afraid to step into it. Do it slowly. They're saying, if you need to go slowly, go slowly. Find one person that you can talk to about it if you don't have one. Gather around those people that are your tribe. Gather around the people that think like you. They said Lisa offered to do Zoom calls. You could start there. I did say that. I said if as long as I had like 3 other people, I would do a Zoom call with just 4 of us where we could talk about things like this. Okay. Magnetic North Pole. 2 polar bears. Okay, I think we know where the North Pole is, but I'm still gonna look up each one because that's what they told me to do. Magnetic North Pole, 62. That's an 8. That's infinity. That's mastery. 62. Of course, that's in the Arctic. And the key energies are attraction and repulsion. So bring into you what you need, what your soul needs, and get rid of what you don't. This has also been a big message they have been bringing through. Flux, personal attraction, and purpose. Finding your purpose. And they're saying, you don't have to go to the North Pole to find your magnetic north. Okay. And Puahonua, the place of refuge. I am forgiven and I forgive. Yeah, that's kind of reconciliation, right? Yeah. I know this is in Hawaii because it came through, believe it or not, for somebody who had actually spread his wife's ashes in that very place. And I was blown away that I could pull that card out of that whole deck for that person. This is an 83, which is 11. 11 is a master number. And it also comes down to a 2, which is choice. Okay, 83. It's in Kona, Hawaii, and the key energies are peace, forgiveness, relief, and complete sanctuary. What were they just saying? Start with 5 minutes if that's what you need to start with. But people, we all need to be getting into this. We all need to, and I'm tingling all over. They really want you to understand that in order to find your purpose and find your true self and connect with your soul, that you have to have time in silence. Turn off the TV, turn off the phones, turn off all that stuff, and be in silence. Give your soul at least that. Commit to start with 5 minutes of silence, of just sitting there with yourself. And for those of you who have children and husbands in noisy households, get some earplugs, put them in, go somewhere where you can be alone for 5 minutes. After a while, they're saying that you will like this. You will feel renewed, refreshed, connected, and you will start to really like this. And then it can move into more. Okay. Remember, 3s were prominent. 3, 3, 3. We had some other 3s in here somewhere. Okay. Remember, inspiration, carving your own path, defining yourself, prosperity, focusing on the positive, remembering the source of love with reconciliation, the strength of the polar bear, you have the courage, find your center and spiral into your power. And then Delphi, receiving the messages. Puahonua, you are forgiven and you forgive. This is, yes, forgive. Even if they don't accept it, you can put out forgiveness. The person who this happened to me with, I always just bless that person. I say, I bless you, so-and-so, their name. And I just keep doing that over and over. And then North Pole. To know your purpose, you must get into silence. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, dragons. Thank you for listening. And they're also saying, please don't forget the full moon. Please don't forget the full moon on the 25th. It's going to be super powerful for all. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.